coming up to 24 minutes to midday, and Tim Boatswain, President of St Albans Civic Society, is with us. Now, the latest government housing targets mean more building on greenbelt land, but is it really possible to meet the need? I asked Tim.
Yes, we got our St Albans got its local plan in prior to Christmas, and now we know that it's going up for examination, and the 2 inspectors have been appointed. We don't have a date yet for that inspection, but that's going to happen. It's very confusing for us lay people as to what's going on. We know prior to the local plan going in that the previous government had issued a target of 15,000 homes over the period up to 2041. And then the new government came in, and now they've issued a supplement which says we must add to the 15,000, we must add 10,500 extra homes. 70% increase, yes. It's quite an increase, 70%.
So 25,000 roughly homes by 2040, so something a little shy of 2,000 a year. And what did we build last year?
Well, not quite 400.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go, haven't we? And where's it all going to go? Presumably on some of this so-called green belt that, quotes, isn't really green belt.
Well, that's right. I mean, we are at the moment as a city and district council, 80% of us is green belt. That's St Albans and the district. So there's a lot of green belt that would have to be consumed. The definition of grey belt is now fairly clear, I think, but I haven't seen any figures as to how much within our city and district is actually grey belt.
Okay, and so we can expect some proposals for some significant, I guess, developments by developers, and really councils with not much of a leg to stand on to reject them.
No, it's an odd situation because we've put the local plan in. If that gets accepted by the inspectors, passes examination, then we're committed to the 15,000, but then we will have to find this extra 10,500. But there is generally rumblings against the government algorithm as not being realistic. And when you think about it, that scale of building, what are you going to do about infrastructure? And what are you going to do actually about finding people with the skills to build those homes? So at the moment, it seems a bit of a fantasy figure, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. The local authority here, the administration, what they want to do is get at least their local plan accepted, and that will give them some control over 15,000 new homes. I mean, the other thing to throw into this, which is really tricky, because we are a wealthy area where house prices mirror those of London and very expensive. If we build on the green belt, under the new government rules, called the golden rules, 50% of those houses will have to be affordable homes.
Right, but in our area, not very affordable, right?
Well, this is interesting, isn't it, Nick? Because I've talked to you before about what is an affordable home, and you come back with the figures about at least, I think you said 20% below the market value, if that's correct.
Yeah, that's right, and that's not very necessarily affordable given the market values in our area, is it? You can kind of see how probably the least expensive one-bedroom flat you can get in our area is 200,000 or thereabouts. 20% off that doesn't necessarily make it affordable for very many people.
Absolutely right. So it's we've entered, as ever, I suppose, quite a tricky period as to what's going to happen with the government's big ambition on the housing programme.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a long road to travel on that one. Now let's round off with something a little bit cheerier than the topics we've talked about today. We're Guinness World Record holders, aren't we?
That's right. Nothing to do with planning or building. We're going off at a bit of a tangent here, but it's worth celebrating the fact that those people who knitted those wonderful toppers for the post boxes have broken the world record as confirmed by the Guinness Book of Records in terms of woven textiles. Well done them. And they raised, I think, 30,000, I think I'm correct in saying, for charity. Brilliant. Well done them.
President of St Albans Civic Society, Tim Boatswain, talking to me about planning. Tim will be back with us next month with another update on planning and heritage in our area.